When Ralph and I were deciding that we want to celebrate our 25 years in business, we also wanted to take that opportunity to give something back to the community. And while there's many worthwhile organizations that do very good work, there is one that has a personal connection to us. And Semiahmoo Society is a not-for-profit organization that provides services and support to people with disabilities and their families. Our son Andrew has been involved with them for 10 years, mainly in the Rec and Leisure program, and most recently in their employment training program. It has given him many opportunities to participate in activities such as music, theater, camps, and travel, which have been adapted to the needs and abilities of people with disabilities. Through this, he has made many friends, has been able to pursue his interests and talents, and to gain exposure to many different areas. In other words, experiences that you and I take for granted. It has made his life much richer and inclusive. Andrew is currently in Semiahmoo's employment training program, where he's acquiring skills in the landscaping area. There are also many other programs and services offered by Semiahmoo Society, but many of them do not receive any government funding. Therefore, in order for these programs to run, additional funding by way of donations and fundraising initiatives are vital to their existence. I would now like to call up Jan Holt, who is Vice Chair of the Semiahmoo Society Board of Directors.
Thank you very much for inviting us here this evening. Doug Tennant, who's the CEO of Semiahmoo House, can't be with you this evening because he's actually attending a very important meeting. We are building an apartment building, and the people with disabilities that we're hoping to house there, they're coming to find out more about it. So he sends his apologies and can't be here. Rich Gorman, who's chair of our organisation, is happily travelling. So Doug said to me, Jan, you just have to go and say thank you. So thanks, Doug. So I'm here to say thank you. But I am going to say just a couple of things, because such distinguished, wonderful company, such energy and warmth in the room. I know he'd want me to. So, as I say, my name is Jan Holt. Thank you very much. And you know, Semiahmoo House really does believe that people with disabilities should be an included part of our society in every aspect. That's definitely our mantra. That they deserve to be fully integrated members of society. And the reason that we're able to support people in the way that Karen has described in employment opportunities is that we receive donations and benefits from people like yourselves in this room. We're not fully government funded. We do rely on the support of people who care about us and the people that we care for. So we're able to do this because of people like yourselves. Just a little bit about what we're currently doing. Very unusually, we are building an affordable, yes, I did say affordable, think about that, an inclusive apartment building. Semiahmoo House is a beautiful structure in South Surrey, and behind that beautiful structure we are building, it's almost built, an apartment building. It's going to house 20 people with disabilities, caring for themselves or having people support them in an integrated way. It's also going to have 51 units for people who need affordable housing, and there's a very great need in South Surrey. And so we're very proud that that is going forward. For that project, we only have 10% of funding from any government organisation. This will be the first affordable rental apartment in Surrey for 30 years. I think they should send that message to the politicians. And we simply could not be there. That building could not be a reality. I was there a few months ago, and I was talking to one of the people we support, and I said, what are you most looking forward to? And he pointed and said, I'm looking forward to having my own place. And that's what we all want, and that's what we're able to do with the support of people like yourselves. What else do we do? Karen mentioned the Rec and Leisure program. Again, that's not funded by the government. It's not seen as a need, But you and I know we like to go to the pub, we like to listen to music, we like to play badminton, we like to go swimming. All those programs are funded through donation, and they're extremely popular. They exceed, in their demand exceeds what we can do to meet the need. So, you know, that's also something that we do. And finally, the employment program, which again Karen mentioned, is very much part of the push to get people with disabilities, rather to look at them as people with abilities, very many abilities. And it's those abilities that we want to show to employers. They can be used in so many ways and so many functions. I work at a school in South Surrey, Southridge, and my students go to Semiahmoo House quite frequently to help out there. And similarly, we have people from Semiahmoo House back with us. They have many abilities, and we should be looking at that rather than the disability. In conclusion, we do believe that being an inclusive community is healthy for us all. And I think you mentioned that we're all better for doing a little bit of good. And it makes the community more welcoming. And building communities that are inclusive, that value all people equally, is a strength for us all. And so I would like to thank you all, and thank you in particular for your contribution to that sense of unity. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So since Andrew's very involved in this program, I just want to introduce you to him so that when you have a chance to, as you wander around, to say hi. And there's also a photo album up front from what Jen was talking about, where there's every 2 years they go away on a trip. People that are in the program, they're chaperoned, and they go and let loose. And if you take a couple look in there, you'll see a few pictures of Andrew letting loose. Andrew has never met a microphone he didn't like. So do you want to say anything to these people?
Okay.
Yeah, just talk for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'd like to say thank you so much for coming out. I mean, it's an amazing thing, and I'm not seeing myself as a person with a disability I'm seeing myself as just a person who has many talents and gifts and many friends and many good stuff happening, and also I'd like to thank my family for supporting me and Semiahmoo House Rec and Leisure and the employment training and support them through the difficult times, and because it's good to be here, and it's also a very good organization. I mean, if a lot of people with disabilities have really have an organization like this, that would be great. I mean, it's more than an organization. It's like people recognizing, people want to be recognized. Doesn't matter if it's a people with disabilities. It's more like you have your own family and stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's really good to be here and tonight. It makes us feel like we're family, all of us.